this conjugate profiles which has been calculated based upon length of the path of the contact, and second one based upon path of the approach, and third one it is what you call the path of the recess. Okay, so conjugate means there is some spare, or otherwise there is a dedendum gears that will be having some amount of friction reduction. Okay, that is what you call that conjugate. Conjugate means it is an opposite pole. Okay, and PL represents it is the path of the recess, and PL represents it is the path of the approach. These two words which we are commonly used to represent the type of gears and where the gears has been used according to their meshing, and depends upon the power of transmission, the velocity of the gears has been keep on changed. Okay, so that is what we need to choose this type of conjugate profiles. And KL is equal to length of path of the contact, and wherever the KP is nothing but path of the approach, and RL is equal to it is a path of recess. It can be also represented as PL, that PL is represents it is the path of recess along with that PL. Okay, so this is the driven gear and driver gear. In between there is a point which has been flown through with the help of meshing. That meshing is what you call the path of the approach, and parallelly there is a path of recess also has been done in that gear meshing. So here this is the formula. Okay, how can we applying the law of gearing in this method? If you take this is the gear 1 and this is the gear 2, and we need to ensure where the pitch circle of the gear 1 and the pitch circle of the gear 2 which has made a equal amount of contact and equal amount of space which has been passed throughout the gear. So when the meshing will takes place, what happens? The point will trace it out from one tooth to the another tooth, which is again it may be either because of the pinion structure or because of the large gears. Okay, so one is called the base circle and another one is called a pitch circle. In between we are having a pitch circle diameter with respect to the center point O2, and here with respect to the center point O1 we need to draw one circle. Okay, so that is what both are what do you call that? It is an addendum circle. And similarly, when there is a motion will takes place, where if you're going to take about the bottom of the session, we just need to mention there is a base circle at the diametral pitch. So these two different stages which has been keep on varying from the fixed point, and a point of contact which has been must always pass through the pitch point. So this is the fundamental condition. In order to having a constant velocity for angular pitch points for the two wheels, there is a common normal which has been point through the point of contact between a pair of teeth and must always have a pass through the pitch point. Thus, in terms of fundamental rights, in terms of fundamental condition of gears, it must be satisfied while designing the profiles for the teeth of gear wheels. It is also known as law of gearing. Okay, again I will repeat. The angular velocity of the driven and the driver both are same. Wherever the pitch circle of the driver and the pitch circle of the driven which has been intersected, so we need to represent only the addendum. Addendum means there is a top circle wherever the tooth has been make a contact. Okay, the path surface which has been mentioned. Okay, this angular velocity has been keep on varied with respect to the fixed point. This fixed point can be represented in terms of pitch circle diameter and along with their tooth in contact. That is what in this condition of law of gearing has been stated. Okay, and when we going to take, if it is an involute tooth profile, generally we used to see that involute is nothing but it is not used in our current applications. Majority of the application is totally based upon the spur gear tooth and helical gear tooth. Involute tooth profile which is majorly depends upon their point of contact, which has been keep on varied with respect to the tracing point between the two gears. So when the tracing has been changed, what happened, the gear meshing and their point which has been varied with respect to their base circle. Okay, we will continue on next session.